Did I mention it also travels in time? Doctor Who Series 1 Episode 1 Rose, written by Russell T Davies and broadcast in March 2005. Now, call me a Doctor Who fanboy, but I am. I absolutely love Doctor Who. It's my favourite show of all time, and to express my love for this show, I have decided I will review throughout the years of my channel every single episode of the revived series from 2005 to 2015, and I'll also be reviewing the 2016 Christmas special and series 10 next year. So before I review Rose, here's a little history first. Can you believe there was actually a time when Doctor Who wasn't on TV? Hard to believe, I know, but sadly the show was cancelled in 1989 due to poor ratings and lack of support from the BBC. However, thankfully, the BBC association with BBC America and did try to revive the show with the 1996 made-for-television film Doctor Who the Movie with Paul McGann as the Eighth Doctor. While it was a hit in the UK, it was a failure in the US. However, in 2005, the BBC had one last attempt to revive the show, with Russell T Davies as the head writer, with Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor and Billie Piper as the companion Rose Tyler, and it was announced that there would be a full series of 13 episodes instead of just a weekly soap, and this was the first teaser for the episode.
I've got a choice. Stay at home with my mum, my boyfriend, my job, or chuck it all in for danger and monsters and life or death. What do you think?
And Rose was an instant hit, so much so the BBC immediately commissioned Series 2. So Doctor Who was back and better than ever. But has the opening episode of the, not just Series 1, but of the revived series in general, held up after 11 years? Well, let's find out. So Rose tells the story of 19-year-old Rose Tyler. She's bored of her life with her mum and her Jackie and her boyfriend Mickey. She's working in a shop until one day she gets attacked by living plastic creatures known as the Autons, until she's saved by the mysterious man we all know as the Doctor, the man who can change his face. As she tries to solve the mystery of who the Doctor is, she gets involved in an adventure with the Doctor to stop an invasion from the Nestine Conscience, and makes a decision that will change her life forever. Now, of course, Russell T Davies' screenwriting is just flawless, is just brilliant. Russell T Davies will forever be my favourite head writer for Doctor Who. He brought it back and he made it better, more epic, more dramatic, just more timeless than ever. Without him, Doctor Who would not be around today. So Russell T Davies initially is the man who saved Doctor Who before Stephen Moffat came along and fucked it up. But anyway, that's a review for another day. So yeah, and of course, how is Christopher Eccleston as the Ninth Doctor? He is amazing. He is truly one of my favourite Doctors, and it's such a shame he only did one series and then quit. I wish there was more of him. He commands every scene he's in. His comedic timing is flawless. He even does the drama brilliantly. He just has it all. So Chris, we miss you, man. You will forever be missed. And how is Billie Piper as Rose Tyler? Well, a lot of people now really don't like Rose. They consider her to be so bitchy and whiny and useless, but I'm not with the haters. I love Rose. And she will forever be my favourite companion. I know that's controversial saying that, but I truly think she is the best companion. I agree. Maybe she does whine sometimes or get angry and just starts out as nobody special, but that's a character arc. I mean, by the end of her story, she becomes such a legend, such a badass, and such a compassionate person. I mean, and you can forgive her occasional bitchiness because she's just an innocent 19-year-old girl. She's understandably bored of her life, and give her a break. She's lost her father when she was only 6 months old. No wonder she's like this, and she's just curious about all the weird shit that's going down now that the doctor's suddenly come into her life. So no wonder she would choose the doctor over Mickey, or of course Mickey Smith and her boyfriend, and Jackie Tyler, her mother. They're great. Uh, Rose has of all the companions, Rose has probably the best family, along with Donna Noble's family. Camille Kadervi and Noville Clark are both fantastic in their roles. They clearly uh, they have great chemistry with Billy Piper. They clearly love their roles, and it was joy that they came back in series 2 as well. And Jackie, I feel sorry for her because she deeply loves her daughter and is a widow who also greatly misses her husband. So it's understandable why she'd never want anything to happen to her daughter too. And Mickey, I feel sorry for Mickey when Rosa basically dumped him for the doctor. You really feel for the guy after he's done everything for her, and yet she still doesn't think he's good enough. But the but the doctor's also amazing and changed her life forever. So it's a difficult situation, and the production design of this episode is great too. It definitely upped the budget from the low budget classic series. I mean, the Autons are great villains. I applaud them for not just using the Daleks for the very first episode. They actually chose an original villain. The Autons, they trick you into believing they're just shot window dummies before they surprise attack you, and they can shoot bullets out of their hands, which is freaking awesome. The scene uh, the where the Doctor and Rose come home, and an Auton hand grabs the Doctor, it's strangling him, and then grabs onto Rose as well. That was freaking terrifying, but funny at the same time. It was a perfect balance of both, and the Auton Mickey, when Mickey gets when an Auton disguises itself as Mickey, that was awesome. And it's so funny when he kept saying pizza, yeah. And but one thing this episode greatly improves over the classic series is that it's for everyone. It's a family show. It's both for kids and adults. I used to think Doctor Who was the greatest show ever made when I was a kid, and my mum used to love watching it with me too, and I understand why. It has both a perfect balance of light and dark moments, and also it shows you story-wise instead of just telling you what's happening. That was my issue with the classic series. It had so much expositions. People were telling things a lot of time rather than showing things. Well, particularly because they didn't have the budget to show a lot back then, but now they do. So that was a welcomed addition. And Murray Gold's music for this episode is flawless. It's outstanding. It is one of the best, if not the best, score, and for a show I have ever heard. It's so cinematic, and the theme song, a dun 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 dun, oh, classic. I have been digging Murray Gold's Doctor Who soundtrack, particularly from the RTD era, for a decade now. But if I had a couple of nitpicks with this episode, I would say that when the main antagonist is finally revealed, the one that's controlling the Autons, the Nestine Conscience, who is basically a lump of goo, he's really not in the episode very much. He only appears at the very end, and that's it. Granted, there's good build up to him, but he never really has much of a presence in the episode to be as great a villain as he could be. And some of the CGI in the episode is a little dated now. Well, it was 11 years ago, so understandably would be. The effects have now gotten much better. But I love the ending of this episode when Rose ultimately decides to travel with the Doctor. When he mentions that his TARDIS can travel through space and time. I love the TARDIS. The TARDIS is the greatest ship in the universe. I wish I had one so I could travel through time and see it all. And but the Doctor was kind of a dick to Mickey. He was like, Mickey's not invited. If you want to come, just come alone. So I felt sorry for Mickey, but I'm so happy that Rose's life finally got changed for the better. She's met a man she will never forget and will ultimately fall in love with at the end of series 2. Spoiler alert, and I love the final shot of her just running into the TARDIS with a big smile on her face. Oh, it's heartwarming. It's beautiful. So overall, Rose is a great episode. It is the best series starter of the show we have ever had. I'm not kidding. I love it. While admittedly it's not perfect, it does have some minor flaws, but they're really more nitpicks. Rose is still a classic. I still love watching it again and again, and it brought Doctor Who back for the 21st century. I give Rose 4.5 stars out of 5. Brilliant start to a brilliant series, so thank you all for watching. And what do you guys think of Rose? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on my Google+, and I'll see you all next time when I review Series 1 Episode 2, The End of the World.